Hello YouTube. This is Two Fans One Octagon, the MMA Talk podcast. My name is Brandon. This is Johnny. We are gonna go over UFC Fight Night Song versus Gutierrez, going over every single fight on the card, starting from the top, working our way to the bottom, and giving you our predictions and breakdowns of kind of what we think is gonna happen. This was originally supposed to be in China, but for some reason, something happened down there. It can no longer happen, so now it's at the Apex. Um, Johnny, how about you get us started with the main event?
All right, main event. Probably, there's a couple good fights on this card, but obviously, with the couple fights being pulled, it's pretty weak, to be honest. We're just waiting for the next pay per view with Leon Edwards, but it's got my favorite fighter, Song Yadong. And unfortunately, Chris Gutierrez, who also reps my country, Guatemala, has to be sacrificed. But I think that in this fight, Chris Gutierrez isn't bad at all. And he does have some sneaky, spinning elbows, and he's gotten good kicks, and he stays at range. Picks his shots well. I don't think he's got the most power with his hands. He absolutely doesn't take anyone down nor goes to the ground. I think Song's got him beat everywhere. I think Song's going to beat him in the stand-up with the boxing. He's going to close distance. He's got way more power than him. I think he could also kick Gutierrez right back. Song could take him down and hold him down if he wanted to. I think that Song's going to get a first or second round KO. And if Gutierrez is getting dropped by Pedro Munoz, I think Song Yadong's going to put your fucking lights out.
Yeah, I don't have too much to add. I like both of these fighters. I think they're both very good. They both can switch it up. Um, I just think Song Yadong is just slightly better. I think he's gonna, basically what you said, do what he
Slightly.
wants, strikes better, hits harder. I think Song Yadong is a legitimate possible future champion for the
Mm-hmm.
bantamweight. I think I'd love to see him fight like Sean, give him Cheeto. I like to see all of these fights. Chris Gutierrez though, very fun fighter too. I don't like picking against him, but I am also going Song Yadong. I don't think first round. I am gonna go second round though. Finish.
Second round.
All
I
right,
don't know.
moving right on to the co-main light heavyweight bout versus Anthony Smith and Khalil Roundtree. You know, definitely Anthony Smith's a veteran, 37-18, so a ton of fights. Coming off a win. I did not like how he looked against who did he fight before Johnny Walker? Oh yeah, Ankalaev. Yeah, I didn't like how he looked in either of those two fights.
I think he broke his
Span,
ankle, though, against Ankalaev,
that is true.
or
That is
whatever he
true.
did.
Um, I think Anthony Smith is good. I like Khalil Roundtree's kicks and power. He does the oblique kicks. Honestly, every time I see fighters implement oblique kicks into their game, it's usually beneficial. I think Anthony Smith though grits out the first round. Khalil Roundtree starts to gas a little bit, and Anthony Smith wears him down. I think like a little bit on the. He's gonna rock him with the punch, and I think he's gonna
Mm-hmm.
get on top of him and just control the fight. And I think I'm going Anthony Smith decision here.
Oh my god.
I'm not too confident on it. I think Khalil Roundtree is the better fighter. I just think in this particular match, I think Anthony Smith is going to get a win. I think just you know his experience is going to play a factor. Not too confident on this one because I like Khalil Roundtree. I think he's really good, but
Mhm.
I just have a feeling in my gut that's saying Anthony Smith is going to get this one.
Oh man. Well, I that's popped in my head exactly what you're saying, but when I actually think about it, Khalil Roundtree has been, other than the fight against Dustin Jacoby, which I thought he lost.
Yeah,
I mean, he absolutely murdered Chris Dawkins. He
he did.
what
That
was
Dawkins one was bad too. He got good.
yeah, he absolutely murdered Roberson.
Yes, he did.
He didn't do bad against Jacoby, and it's not a robbery. I thought he lost, but I
I
don't
did
know.
too. I like Dustin Jacoby a lot.
I do too. I picked him against Mirzakhanov, but anyways,
He was
I wrote
raised
some
like in
notes.
my town.
Wrote some notes for Roundtree on his last fight. I put that he was doing some weird chopping right hand, which I thought was absolutely fucking stupid. Uh, he's open to the straight shots, especially if you're fast.
Anthony
And
Smith has lost a little bit of his speed for sure.
he's got decent straight punches, but he mostly will throw wild hooks. And then
Hey, he's three
for Anthony
inches
Smith,
smaller but has a half-inch reach.
what's up?
He's 3 inches taller but has a half-inch reach advantage.
Yeah, motherfucker's got long arms. But for me, I do not like Anthony Smith how he looked against Ryan Spann. He
No.
had the technique was good, but the speed wasn't there, the power wasn't there, and just the cardio wasn't there. I I know he's been training and getting back into it from an injury, but I don't know. I'd have to see weigh-ins. If I like the way he looks at weigh-ins, maybe I'd
Mm,
touch him. Because if this was the old Anthony Smith, I'd pick him because he could grapple him and probably sub Khalil Roundtree.
that's
But
what I'm
I'm gonna
hoping
go
for.
with Khalil Roundtree, and I'm gonna go with Khalil Roundtree I think that Khalil Rountree's got nasty leg kicks,
Oh,
and Anthony
100%.
Smith got annihilated by Johnny Walker with leg kicks. I I gotta go with Khalil Roundtree to either hurt Anthony Smith on the ground and sub him, or just a straight up knockout. If not, just a decision where Anthony Smith takes a beating.
Yep, that's when I think about it, that's how I see it going, but I don't know what it is. Something's telling me Anthony Smith's gonna get it done.
He hung in there against Span. He's got some dog in him, but I don't know. Khalil Roundtree is looking better and better every fight.
Let's just hope Khalil Roundtree doesn't mess with his family.
Jesus.
You remember that in the Johnny Walker fight, right? You attacked my
Yeah, that
family.
was I remember hearing that. I'm like, what the fuck is this idiot
Yeah, it
saying?
was
Like, what the fuck are you
crazy.
talking about?
Okay,
Um,
Johnny, lightweight belt, Nasserat versus Malarkey. Who you got here?
I think I'm going against the crowd on this one. I don't know why, but I just feel like people are writing off Jamie Malarkey because he got, knocked out. Um, I forgot what's the guy's name. Got
Naimov?
Naimov, and then he almost got knocked out by Makdessi, who's like fucking almost 40.
Yeah.
And he did not look good in that fight. He
Yeah.
looked kind of unsure of himself. Didn't kind of looked robotic. But I don't know. I feel like Hakparas looked really good his last fight. Um, but he's just so open to get taken down. That Dan Hooker fight, he just repeatedly got taken down by Dan Hooker, and I think Malarkey, that's the path to victory is to take down Hakparas, hold him down, and he didn't have the best get-up game from what I remember. And Jamie
Mm-mm.
Malarkey could get popped by Hakparas, but again, I don't think Nasserat's got the most power. I don't. I'm gonna pick Jamie Malarkey and get a dog shot on him, but not too much confidence.
Yeah, I'm going against you on this one. I think this is pretty close. I could see it going either way. I think you're exactly right with Malarkey, what his game plan is. My thing about Jamie Malarkey, and I think and this is why I'm going with Nasrat. Um, I think it's going to be a decision win for Nasrat, and they score by damage. And I have never seen a UFC fighter just visibly show damage as much as Jamie Malarkey does. He
Well,
always
yeah,
looks like he was
he's a
in a 10
ginge.
round war. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
So
gets hit,
he
but
does, and I don't know. I like Jamie Malarkey. He's exciting. But
mhm.
yeah, I can't go with him on this one. I'm going with Nasrat. I think he's just going to be too explosive, too powerful for him. I think it's like I said. I
Okay.
think it's going to be a decision though. But yeah, I think that'll be
I
a good
think
fight.
I think Jamie just needs to believe himself because he's got talent, he's got skills,
Oh,
and
100%.
I don't know.
It'll be a
I
good
don't, I
fight.
don't know.
I'm curious to see how that one goes. The
I
odds
hope he wins.
seem. I thought it'd be more of a pick 'em than it shows.
Right.
But interesting. All right, Johnny. Tim Elliott versus. Oh, sorry, clicked the wrong thing. Versus Suma Deraji. I'm sorry. I know I mispronounced that.
Uh, I mean, Tim Elliott, this is on short notice, and Sumaderji. Who did he fight last? Schnell?
I think so. Yep.
Yeah, that fight was crazy. I mean, Sumaderji is very good,
I like
but he
Chanel.
kind of gassed out. And Matt Schnell is one of the most chinniest fighters I've ever seen. And if you're getting
Yeah.
stopped by Matt Schnell, um, what are the odds? Does it have odds yet?
I do not have odds on this one yet.
Mm,
I would imagine it's pretty lopsided just because of the short notice.
yeah, to
Tim
be
Elliott looked
honest.
decent in his last fight.
Yeah, against
He looked
Makayev, he
really
was
good.
grappling with him. He was right up there with him,
Yeah.
but Makayev's just younger and he improved. And
That
yeah,
third round
Elliott
sub.
hit him some bad spots. I don't know about this one.
Tim Elliott's a gamer. He's a fun watch.
He is. I'm going to try to see if DraftKings has any odds for this real quick.
Yeah. So
But go ahead.
yeah, I think this is gonna be super fun. Both these fighters coming off losses. Um, this is gonna be, especially the first round. This is gonna be just a firefight. I think. I don't know. I think Suma Deriji. I think he is going to catch Tim Elliott early on, and then I
Mm,
think Tim Elliott is going to keep battling and putting up a fight, but I just don't think he's ever going to be able to fully recover, which will leave him vulnerable to the finish and late into the second, early third. And I'm
mhm.
going with Suma Deriji.
So Tim Elliott is the favorite minus 162, and Sumaderji is a
Interesting.
plus. He's a plus 136, which is what I thought. But yeah, Sumaderji was dangerous in the first round.
Yeah, I
Clocked
know.
Matt
I think
Schnell.
he can catch him early, and then the outcome's going to be
But Tim
inevitable.
Elliott's a dog.
He is a dog. I'm a big
Hmm.
Tim Elliott fan. He's
Unless
getting
like
up
you're a
there
big
though.
sub guy.
He's
I
getting
don't
up
know.
there in age, I believe.
Yeah, and he's taking this on short notice. I'm going to go with Sumaderji then, just because he is dangerous, and hopefully he can get an early finish. But if he doesn't, then I think Tim Elliott's taking this in the second or third round.
So you're going sumo too?
Yeah, I'm going to go with you.
Alrighty. Next up, we got a middleweight bout: Jun Young Park versus Andre Muniz. Um, who did Muniz fight last? Let me check real quick
Paul
before I
Craig.
get started. Paul Craig lost. All right, so
Mhm.
I already think he's kind of trash. Um, you can't be losing to Paul Craig and have me choose you. There's just no chance.
Mhm.
I know that's not the most, thoughtful breakdown ever, but I think Paul Craig sucks. You're losing to him. I think you suck. Jung Young Park, he's sick. He can take hits. He knocks people out. He's a fun watch. He's good on the ground as well. His last fight, Durave. And of course, he beat Tululin in the first round. That
Yeah.
doesn't surprise anyone. So he obviously hasn't fought any like real competition yet. So this is going to be a step up for him for sure. But I like Jun Young Park. Every fight I've watched with him, he's impressed me. He can take a hit. Definitely has a chin. Throws back. Will take a hit to throw one, and is definitely can keep up on the ground as well. I'm a big fan. I'm going John Young Park.
I I agree, but I don't want to. I feel like this fight is almost like Sean Brady against Gastelum, where we're forgetting how good Andre Muniz. I mean, he broke Jacare Souza's arm.
Yeah,
I mean, he had a bunch of first round
I
subs,
know. I
and
was a
that's when
little
he
harsh.
focused on his jujitsu.
I was a little harsh for sure,
When I
but
think about
he
it,
has some definitely good ground game, and he's also the bigger fighter.
he just tried striking his last like couple fights with Brendan Allen, and he got tired, and he absolutely fell off a fucking cliff after his gas tank went out. Um, every time I fucking watch Jun Young Park, I put a little bit of money against him because I'm drinking. And I'm like, oh, Dennis Tulula, Russian. I think he's got better stand up. He's gonna knock him out. No, fucking Junior Park fucking fucks him up, takes him
Dude,
down,
he's a
and
dog, man.
annihilates
He's
him.
a little pit bull.
Yeah, and then I think Duraev is just gonna wrestle Junior Park down and fucking hold him down. And nope, Junior Park takes his time, fucking finishes Albert Duraev. I think I'm gonna definitely choose Junior Park this time. He's just calm. He can take a hit, like you said, decent stand up, and he's got very underrated grappling.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, so we're in agreement on this one. I like it. This will be a fun fight.
I think it's gonna be like a TKO or sub in the second or third round.
Oh, I think it's a finish.
Mm.
I think he's going to start off with a good punch, followed up by a submission. All right, Johnny. Welterweight bout. Song Kinnan versus Kevin Jusset. Who do you have here in the
All
featured
right.
prelim?
So I think I'm going to go with Kevin Jusset, however you pronounce it, because he's training at City Kickboxing. His last fight, man, this is tough. Actually, this is like a fucking coin flip for me. He looked good in his last fight. I forgot who was it against, but it was in UFC like Australia, I believe, or
Crosby
um, Crosby. Yeah, I
was
mean,
his last fight.
I don't think that guy was debuting on. Yeah, Song Kanan looked good against his last fight against Bedoya, who I thought was just very overrated at the time just because he's got pillow hands. He could take a punch, but he's just got pillow hands. He does no damage. Whereas Kanan recognized that and then immediately is like, I'm just going to stay on the outside, pick my shots, and fucking, I got more power than fucking Bedoya, and I'm just going to pick at him. And that's exactly how he won that fight. Obviously, that fucking Ian Gary fight, he hit him with the left hook, clipped Ian Gary, and almost got him out of there in the first round. But then after that, he fell off a fucking cliff, and Ian Gary pieced him up. You know what? I'm going to go with Song Kanan. I think that if he can stay calm and composed, and if he could show the composure that he showed against Bedoya, Kevin Jusset is also composed, but I think that he's definitely more susceptible to getting hit.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. I was hoping you'd stay with Kevin on this one. I think Song is going to be the more composed fighter, pick his shots really well. I think Kevin leaves himself open a little bit more. I think he's going to take
Mm.
advantage. Yeah, more experience as well. I definitely think he's better on the ground. I could see this ending in like a first round submission, honestly.
Mm.
I don't know how confident I feel. I'd say maybe second round as well. Like, for some reason, I think Song's going to prove something. This card is essentially made for China. So the Chinese fighters, I think they're all going to be a little more inspired than usual to fight and perform. Give me Song Kenan.
I definitely got to rewatch that Kevin Jusset fight. That's for sure, though.
Mm-hmm.
Before I even try to bet on that fight, I probably won't even touch.
All right, moving on. We have a flyweight bout between Hun Sung Park and Shannon Ross. Um, well, I'm going Park on this one.
Hmm.
Um, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I don't know too much about Hun Sung Park off the top of my head, but I do know Shannon Ross is terrible. Don't know why he's still in the UFC. Basically, he's 13-8 as a UFC fighter. I don't understand it. Let's look at his match history. Let's see. Aguilar lost. Then he fought Rodriguez and lost. But look how fast he's losing. Against Aguilar, he lost in 17 seconds due to a KO TKO. And then he fought Ross, or Ross fought Rodriguez, 1 round. He hasn't made it a minute. He's barely made it a minute if you add the two fights together. With that being said, there's no chance I'd pick Ross. Even against you, Johnny, I might pick you. So give me
I
Hun
do.
Sung
I do
Park.
got a fucking nice left hook. Mm.
I do. That's what I'm saying. So I might take you. But yeah, don't give me Ross. I'm going on Park. Let's hear it, Johnny.
I have nothing more to add. I don't know anything about Park and all. And Shannon Ross is just not a bad fighter, but anytime he gets touched, he's wobbling, and he's
Yeah, I let me rephrase. He's not terrible.
yeah.
He's just not good in any way because he has no chin. And unfortunately, at this level, you got to be able to take a hit as well. Um, all right, let's just move on. Johnny, I know you're excited for this one. Lightweight bout, Steve Garcia. We got Costa. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Meliquizal Costa in the first 2 rounds to finish Steve Garcia. Steve Garcia is good. He's got good hands, decent power. Of course, that was against Chase Hooper, who's not the greatest striker, but I just think Costa is, training in Brazil. I think, is he at Chuto Box? I'm not sure. Um, I don't know, he just looked really good against Austin Lingo his last fight, and I think that when he puts it together and it's not a short notice fight, he's going to beat a lot of guys. And I think that Steve Garcia is not going to be able to take all the hits that he's going to deliver. And if Steve Garcia had a better chin, then I'd give him a shot. But I think that Costa 8 out of 10 times should knock out Steve Garcia or finish him TKO or sub.
Yeah, I don't got too much to add.
Mm-hmm.
I think Garcia, his chances to win in the first round, right? By TK or KO, when he has
Yeah,
the
I mean,
most
he could
power
stay in
behind his
there.
punches. I'm saying
Yeah.
just highest chance of winning, right? Because I think
Yeah.
if it does drag out, I think Costa just has a little bit more of a tank, a little bit more of, that dog in him. But
Mm-hmm.
I think Steve Garcia could catch him early. I really do. Um,
Right.
Actually, I'm gonna switch my pick. I am gonna go with Steve Garcia on this one. I think he does catch him early, and I think he either can follow it up and get a first round win, or I think it's just gonna that hit is gonna change the fight. Costa's never gonna fully be there again. Shoot for telegraph takedowns, just keep getting stuffed. Steve Garcia can stay on his feet, hopefully, keep at his range, keep landing good shots. He does have the reach and height, so if he can keep his jab on target and keep him, honest, I think Steve Garcia can get it done. I'm going Steve Garcia. TKO, first round, or decision. All right. First women's bout that we are going to go over. Women's bantamweight, we got Luana Santos versus Stephanie Egger. Let's hear it, Johnny.
Oh God, it's me. Fuck.
It's your turn, brother.
I
Actually, is it me?
I
It is
think it
you.
is you.
All right,
Mhm.
I'll take it away. Okay, so Stephanie Egger, I think she's actually like solid. From the clips I watched earlier today. Um, I think I think she's just an all-around okay fighter, which is, gonna make her dangerous in women's bantamweight. But I think Luana, young, up and comer, I think she's really good. I think she's gonna work her way up into the rankings soon. I think Luana Santos wins. I'm gonna guess a 29-28 decision. I know, what a crazy guess for women's MMA, a decision.
Mhm.
Oh, but yep, I'm going Luana Santos decision. What about you, Johnny?
Uh, can you go to the last couple fights for Egger? I know that she fought Alina Xseva
Can you
or
see
whatever the
it?
fuck,
She lost to
Alexeva.
Perez and Silva, but
She
they're both
beat
showing very
Perez.
well.
Yeah, she beat Perez. Oh
Oh,
my
she did beat.
god,
Sorry. Yeah.
I cannot get over that fucking Alexeva beating Egger, and I just thought she looked awful.
Yeah, that's
And
kind of
I
why I'm
thought,
leaning towards
isn't she
Luana.
supposed to be like a grappler? And she had good like transitions to kind of get up, but then like immediately puts herself in a knee bar.
Hmm.
I don't know. That was just pathetic to me, and I did not like her stand up at all.
I'm telling you, I
Or
think
her,
she's just okay kind of
she's
everywhere.
old.
She is older.
Yeah. Hmm.
Honestly, with women's MMA, typically, unless it's like the top like 10 fighters where you kind of really know what they're about, I kind
Hmm.
of will just pick the younger one in most cases. Um,
I agree, but just to finish off, I mean, I know if you go to Lawana Santos, go to her last fights. I know she fought Juliana Miller, and people shit on Juliana Miller for being like terrible, which I get. She's not very good,
she's not good, but she's
but she's got some nice attributes to her that it does take
exactly.
talent to nullify those attributes, which she is aggressive. She can get girls up against a cage and try to grapple them. She's got decent jujitsu to take down girls and, get on top and get in full mount. And Luana, from what I remember, just pieced her up on the feet, had really good
Yep.
power. It wasn't the best striking. It was kind of ugly, but she had quick hands. And I just think that's probably, if she can keep her distance, that's probably enough to beat Stephanie Edgar and hurt her and
Yep.
get her the fuck out of there.
I agree.
I'm
Are we
going to pick
both in
Luana
agreement?
Santos. Hmm.
Well, just making a note of that. Okay, Johnny, this is actually you now. Flyweight
Ah,
bout
Suda.
versus Tatsuro Taira
Hmm.
versus Carlos
Konnichiwa.
Hernandez. What?
Well,
Ooh, 14 and 0. What you got here, Johnny?
to be honest, I don't know. Go to Carlos Hernandez.
Yep.
Who did he? Who was that last fight?
Uh,
Bondar.
Altamirano. Then he fought Nacimiento and lost, but he did beat Bondar and
Dennis.
Altamirano.
Damn, that Bondar sounds very familiar. He went to a split decision with Altamirano.
He did.
Oh God, yeah, I don't like that's not a good
It's
look.
not a good sign. And then
Um,
Bundar was a decision as well, but that was
okay.
unanimous. And then he lost first round submission against Nacimiento in his last three.
Well, as you know, I work for a Japanese company, so I gotta go with my Japanese brethren, Tetsuro Taira. Tatsuro, I think that his stand up could definitely use a lot of work. It's not bad in any way, and he tends to, just use the stand up to get his takedowns and initiate his takedowns, which I really like. Get into what you are doing best, and that's grappling and backpacking people and getting the rear naked chokes. And he's taken shots before and recovered from them. I think it
Mm-hmm.
was against Edgar Chires or
Yep.
something like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
I'm gonna pick Tatsuro. I just think that the UFC wants to market this kid. Fucking get the Japanese fucking fans in it and the Japanese market the shit out of this kid, and that's why they're kind of giving him Carlos Hernandez because I think that Tatsuro probably should get somebody higher than this guy
Minus
because
535 favorite.
yeah, and Carlos Hernandez, I don't know. Going to a split decision with Altamirano is not good.
No.
Obviously, I'm going to pick Tatsuro Taira.
I'm with you. Honestly, I think you summed it up pretty well. They're marketing this kid. I think they're gonna, you know, give him fights that they're fairly confident that he's gonna win, and then get him in the rankings, and then we'll start actually, having some real talks about, you know, possible matchups, give him some real competition, and we'll see what he's made out of then. But I do like him.
How
Definitely
old is
good
he?
submissions, getting better on the feet every time. I'm actually a big fan of Tatsuro. I'm going with him as well.
How old is Tatsuro?
I don't have ages on here.
Oh, you don't have ages on here? Shit.
Let me Google it on my phone real quick. You want to start us off on the last one?
I feel like
What?
he's young as shit.
Yeah.
And that also scares me because I feel like if he gets clocked, he could just go completely out cold. But all right, this next fight, I do not know Rayanne Amanda. Jesus, she even looks goofy. I have watched Talita Ellen Carr on the Contender Series, and I did actually like her grappling.
I did
The only
too.
problem, yeah, the only problem with her is that she fell off a fucking cliff cardio wise, literally mid second round, and she
Mm-hmm.
was done, dusted. I put motherfucking before the fight $20 on the other chick to finish in the third round to make a shitload of money, and she could not finish a fucking Alan Carr who was literally dead in the water. Which I'll give her credit. She took all those shots, tried to, pathetically grapple with the other chick, but ref just didn't stop it.
I
But
agree.
I just don't know this other chick. I think
You want
Talita
to click
Allen
on her?
Carr.
14-6. Let's see. She does not have fight history on here, so she must be a debut.
She's 14-6. Oh my god. Do they
Eight,
have odds?
eight first round finishes, 8 by submission, 2 wins by knockout.
Yeah, but I think Allen Carr was actually in grappling tournaments and winning those tournaments, which
I
is
think so
different
too.
than
Are
mixed
you
martial
going Toledo?
arts. I'm not going anybody. Let's just say if I have to pick,
You
I'd rather
gotta
just
pick,
flip a
brother.
coin. Flip a coin for me right now, literally.
I don't have a coin on me, Don.
I don't have a coin either.
Let me find something real quick. Let me find some.
All right, I think hmm.
All right, I got a coin.
All right, let's
Uh,
both do a coin for both of us.
yep. This is heads for me. This is tails.
You pick first.
I need to redo that because I caught it terribly.
Which one's whose head and whose tails?
Um, I'm gonna go with Toledo as heads for
Okay.
me. All right, I finally caught it. Jeez, I got heads. I'm going
All
Toledo.
right. Do the same thing for me real quick.
Who do you want heads? Same person?
Same person.
All right. I'm gonna start doing this for every women's MMA. You are tails.
Fuck.
You are Rayanne. Amanda.
Fuck it. Hopefully
All
she's
right.
got a gas tank and can last more than one round and she's got it.
Hey, no, very true. Maybe, yeah, who knows? She looks mean. I'll tell you that.
I'm gonna look in DraftKings real quick just to see
Yeah, I have
what
no
the
odds for
odds
this one.
maker had. Oh, they have Allen Carr as a slight underdog plus 140.
Interesting. I might have to look into this Rayanne a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, Johnny, you know what we like to do. We like to do a little parlay for you guys to end. Um, So, 3-fight parlay. I'll start. Give me a Song Yadong double chance finish. Either TKO or submission. Do the double chance. Give me that. Then, for my second part, give me a double chance again on Jun Young Park
I was
over
looking at that
Andre
too.
Muniz. And then give me the straight up win for Tatsururo. I know the odds aren't great, but it'll just add a little bit to that parlay to make it hit and give you a little better odds. That's what I'm feeling on this one, Johnny. What are you thinking?
Yep, Song Yadong, TKO KO
Straight
anytime
up?
in the fight.
No double chance?
No, no double. I don't think Song. I can't remember. I mean, look at his fights. I don't think he's got any subs
3.
in his. He's got 3 in the UFC or in his career.
I'm assuming career. I can look at his fight
Yeah,
history real quick.
I think he's got some early guillotines, but I don't know in the UFC of any. You
It
see
does not
any?
look like it. I do not see any.
No, and he's fought some dogs too.
He has fought some dogs. Look at some of these names, man.
Oh my
Cheeto
god,
Vera, win.
and he's like, I heard that I didn't see it. I gotta watch that, but I heard that it was like a close fight. He lost,
And then
but
round 1, Marlon
at
Moraes knocked him out. Had a
at the
great
same
fight against
time,
Sandhagen.
there's
Lost.
context to all this.
Yeah,
Song is literally only like 23 right now.
I know, dude. He's an animal.
Exactly. He is a fucking young ass kid. Is he 20? Let me look up his age real quick.
Yeah, look it up because I can't open another window at the moment. All right, so you got Song Yadong, TKO, KO. Who else you got on that?
He's 26. 20 fucking 6.
Right in
Song
his starting
Yadong, TKO, KO. I got Ezequiel Costa to knock out Rafa Garcia or finish him in the fight. And then I probably have Park Jun Young. Or what is his name exactly?
Jun Young Park.
Jun Young Park.
Yeah, no, I
My
like it.
Korean brother.
Hey, we're kind of in agreement on this. If you want to really, make a risky parlay, put ours together. And that would make Jung Young Park with a finish, Song Yadong KO, Melkuziel Costa with a win, and Tatsuro with a win. Put that parlay. Tell us if it hits. Tell us what fight you are excited for. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and, we'll see you next time.